Okay, it's Gerald here, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to price your artwork correctly and not using some ridiculous formula someone randomly came up with by the square inch, but how actual business owners price their artwork in every single industry, which makes it no different than an art space. With that being said, if you don't know who I am, my name is Gerald Henry. I'm the creative artist Rise, and in the past few years, I helped quite a few artists do some pretty amazing things online. But more importantly, I'm here to share the tips and strategies I've learned to help my artists sell art and share it with you. And with that being said, I don't want to waste much time, so we're going to just jump straight into this video. But first, please hit the subscribe button. And yep, let's get into it. So with that being said, when it comes to selling your artwork, pricing is a key thing, but you don't want to undervalue your artwork, and also you don't want to price it too high where no one purchase. If you could get your pricing right, that's one less thing you have to worry about, and then you can worry about the more important things, which is how to actually find your buyers, get in front of them, and get them to purchase. But for now, we're going to just talk about pricing. So first, I want to explain the problem. A lot of people say you should price off of this square inch, right? So a lot of people say it's a price and it should be $1 per square inch, 75 cents, $1.50. But in reality, there's no true art proof to that pricing method. You see, here's the thing. You'll see one artist with an artwork that's 18 by 24 priced at $400, but you can see an entire different artist priced at 18 by 24 at $4,000. And then you can find another artist that priced the same size artwork at $40,000. So it's clear to say they're all not using the same pricing method. More importantly, what if they all were to sell their artwork? Do they mean all of their pricing is right? Is all of their pricing wrong? Well, in reality, their pricing is correct based off a different metric that they're using. And that's the metric I'm going to share with you today. And that's pricing your artwork based on market value. Keyword: market value. This is understood clearly in business, but some reason in the art space, people tell you something different. They say price it based off of some ridiculous square inch or so. But let's talk about market value. So here's the thing. In every single industry outside of the art space, it doesn't matter what space it may be, people make up their pricing according to the market value, which means the current pricing of everybody else that's in the same space as them, and then they choose their pricing accordingly, which means if they have a slightly higher quality product, they may charge a bit more. If they have an equal quality product, they charge the same price, or if they have something that they can make more affordable, they'll charge a little bit less. But overall, it all fits in the same category of pricing. Let's take water for example. If you went to a store to buy water, you'll see all the pricing is pretty much identical, which means it may range for a case of water anywhere from maybe $3 to, honestly, I don't know how much water costs, $5 maybe, but they're in the same ballpark, right? And let's say if you wanted to go get a massage, it's the same thing. A massage may cost from $100 to maybe $500, depending on how luxurious you want your massage to be. Now, in the art space, however, the pricing is really misconstrued. But in reality, the art space is no different than any other space. You see, when you sell artwork, you're still a business person, because the only thing that makes someone a business person is when someone exchange a product or service for currency. And your product is your art. And anytime you sell that artwork to a buyer, you're doing business. So the same business principles apply. With that being said, here's how you want to price your artwork correctly. First thing first, you want to find a group of artists who create similar artwork to yourself. That's one. And then two, have a similar following to yourself, right? This goes to show what league you're in. The best way to do this is to use Instagram or Facebook. I prefer Instagram. Just go on Instagram and find people with a similar style to yourself, and they also have a similar following. Slightly bigger is fine. For example, if you have 3,000 followers and they have 6,000, that's fine. If you have 10,000, they have 7,000 or 13,000, that's also fine. But you just want to find a group of artists that have the same following. Here's the thing, one artist wouldn't be enough. You need a group. For example, I recommend 5. Here's the reason why. When you talk to artist number 1 and you figure out their pricing, Artist number 1 and artist number 2, 3, 4, and 5, pricing may be different. It all may be similar, but it's going to be different. So this is what you want to do. Once you talk to artist 1 and you figure out their pricing, let's say it's $500. Then artist number 2 pricing is $750. Then artist number 3 pricing is $600. Then artist number 4 is $1,000. And I just say this all for the same size artwork. It says an 18 by 24. What you want to do is you want to add up all of the prices you get from every single artist, and then you want to divide it by how many artists there are altogether. This would be the median, right? Which would be that middle value of all the artworks added up and divided. And that's what you should price your artwork based on. So here's how you want to go about this. On Instagram, see who's actually selling. Look on their website, do your homework, do your research. This is a big part. Under the post, some artists post that the artwork is sold once it's sold. Some may share it in their stories, some may share it in their highlights, some may put it on their website. Some of you may just have to message and ask, hey, just curious, what artwork have you sold because your artwork is beautiful? And you just want to find out if they're selling. If they're selling, that's proof of concept, which means their pricing is pretty spot on. You may have to do this across 20 artists just to get to the top 5 that's actually selling in the same ballpark. Here's the second thing. Once you understand their pricing, you must have a linear metrical system. Let me explain. You cannot get pricing from one artist on a piece that's 36 by 48 and then another artist on a piece that's 11 by 14. You have to make sure all the sizes are the same, all the artworks are similar. Now, the only difference would be pricing, which is fine. But now you have a metric that you can use to measure all the pricing. Now you want to do this across all 5 artists. Once you get the pricing from all 5 artists, let's say, as I mentioned before, 500, 1,000, 700, 600, and 900. What you do is you add up all of those prices divided by 5, which is how many artists there were all together, and that's going to give you your middle price. Let's say your middle price is $8.79. Well, that's your pricing for that artwork. Now you have a proven price for that specific style artwork and the size of that artwork, and that price is based off of some key things every business owner use, which means it's based off of what's actually selling, it's based off the value of your work, and it's based off the market, which means you're identical to everyone else in your space. And this is how you price your artwork correctly. Do not let somebody tell you should charge $1 per square inch just because they randomly came up with that one day when they woke up in the morning. And then don't let somebody else tell you that you should charge more because, well, it's just beautiful, and yep, you should charge more because, yep, that's what it should be worth. Because that's absolutely ridiculous. You see, as a business owner, a person that want to put a candy bar on a shelf in the store, they don't randomly put some random price on it based off the size of the candy bar. What they would do is they would look at all the other candy bars in the store. They will price their candy bar accordingly to what the market value may be. Everyone is charging $3 per candy bar, so we know we need to be somewhere around $3 per candy bar. But they're not randomly throwing darts at a wall saying, yep, this worked $8. Because now when you put that $8 candy bar on that shelf around $3 candy bars, it's going to be really hard for that candy bar to sell. It's the same thing with your artwork. Price your art based off market value. What art is selling for that's similar to your style and your size, and then price according to that. Not some random magical made up formula that someone came up with in their own time. Because here's the last thing. The way these formulas are made up is that one random person years ago say, yep, price your artwork based off of this. There's no truth to it. There's no facts to why. There's no reasoning. They just say price it based off of this. And then what happens is that person tell the next person, that person tell the next person, that person tell the next person, and then next thing you know, people saying you should price your artwork based off of the square inch, and it should be $1 per square inch with no actual reasoning to why. Here's the proper way you price your artwork, and this is the way people price products in every single industry. The art industry is no different. I hope you found this valuable. If so, definitely subscribe. I'm here to share the things that no one is willing to tell you in the art space that's pretty much fact. And if you find it valuable, also feel free to leave a comment. It makes my heart warm, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace.